days where, you know, they're still gonna be able to beat some lower bracket teams even on their worst day, and then on their best days they're still gonna be able to take off games off top teams, and these teams absolutely overlap. So if Str8 Rippin comes on fire and Reciprocity isn't playing their very best, we could see a Str8 Rippin victory.
All right, well, you heard it from the legends themselves, but now it is time to get to the first match of the day. It's gonna be Str8 Rippin versus Team Reciprocity. Let's send it over to your casters, Sims and Bravo.
Lock and low, baby. Let's get this one underway. Str8 Rippin versus Reciprocity. Sims and Bravo to guide you through. Andy, back at MLG. It's been a while, bro. How you feeling?
Oh, man, it feels good. Walking in the venue this morning, Sims, it was wild. Walking past the open stations, the main stage is kicking. You got music playing. Everyone's kind of warming up, getting ready to get into games, seeing people I haven't seen in 5+ years. It's amazing to be back here with MLG for the Halo World Championship. We're kicking this thing off, like you said, Reciprocity versus Str8. We've got Reciprocity coming in with a pretty strong roster, one that's pretty storied in terms of the last few events and their placings cumulative across the board. However, Str8 Rippin, of course, not a team that you can take lightly.
Starting off with Truth as well, the legendary map. We all know it as Midshipman, Heretic, and many other names that we've seen in the past and previous iterations of Halo. Still, top mid control currently in the form of Reciprocity, pushing in hard. One player right in front of him. I'm seeing the bullets coming through, so sniped down with the kill, and now he opts to move this below the base. Can he get the beat down? He gets the double as well, so now they can run this flag, Andy.
And by the way, of course, Mikwin here on your screen running the flag. We'll have those name labels up for you in just a second. No, Mikwin is taken down, and it looks like, but it's going to be a double kill there for on your screen. There's actually going to be Penguin that is still running the flag here. They will fall, though, so flag is still out.
Yeah, it does get drops. They can at least keep watch and a BDI over it. One person himself looking up top mid. There is a player there. Just staying down. Been the protective eye on the prize. Musa will step in there, but he's not going to go for that return, I wouldn't suspect, because the grenades are coming in thick and fast. There is a player above him as well on P2. They do have the touch. The touch comes through on the opposing side, though, so now we see Str8 Rippin actually pulling the flag, but unfortunately Nemesis, he's half shield. Easy takedown, but Str8, while this is going on, Andy, they got the return.
Yes, indeed. Looks like Rami, you saw him just challenging Spartan there, mainly because he had no choice, had to try to force, but that is going to be a flag return there from this team. So that looks like they're going to be pushing it as they're going to still try to engage, get another flag for if they can.
Musa will clean out the bomb of the base, but he gets half shield. This should be a very easy kill there for Spartan, but he was at least very damaged himself, though. Grenade comes in from Nemesis straight up the respawn. He will fall, coming in to clear out the base, and now they can push out, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Unfortunately, as he does that, he finds two players bottom mid, but he's got support, and you can see the bullets over his shoulder. Another player in the opposing base, that's Spartan straight off the respawn himself, trying to keep Nemesis back here, but Nemesis, he can take top middle control. Penguin's out in the open, but he's forced back. Grenades to go down, try and get some hit markers. Destroyed, double kill in the feed, and now this means he can push in, but there is a nice deadly attack coming from bottom mid. He needs to be careful. He is cleaned up.
Yes, indeed. I like the resilience we just saw. That as we take a look at this camo, that's Destroyed on your screen here. So we'll see what Str8's going to be able to do with this camo early on in the game. This is going to be our second camo of the game. If they can convert here, maybe pull in another flag run and get some points on them.
Just being patient for a second, but he may have... Yeah, I didn't think you were going to take the shots. Really kind of just sit back for a little bit with that camo and not go rushing in. Unfortunately, he did give away his position. Easy cleanup, so a bit of a burn of a power there.
And it's a great play from Reciprocity, right? I mean, instead of just looking for the camo player, they also simultaneously got control of their own pink ramp. In doing so, they give themselves a great angle for anyone coming needles. They're able to identify that camo and neutralize that. So very good play there from Reciprocity.
Let's talk this one through then. Three of them do rush the base, but I tell you what, that's a good return there from Str8 Rippin. They do answer back, so they'll be able to draw that one back. 8 minutes and 51 seconds on the clock remaining. Str8 Rippin, look at those skins as well. Blue team, blue skins. Beautiful, beautiful thing to be seeing at MLG. Obviously, a very legendary roster. I mean, just really quickly, Andy, while that's going down, we talk about Str8 Rippin. What kind of pressure does this put onto these players, having this badge on their chest?
Yeah, I mean, first thing I want to say, Sims, of course, wearing the Str8 Rippin name anywhere, especially wearing it here at an MLG Halo Open event, quite a history for that roster and that name. I also, at the same time, I think all of these guys on this team were born, I think, an average of 1997, so I'm not actually sure how much Str8 Rippin Halo they watched 2004 to 2011-ish, but regardless, you can know that they're here to make some damage and to put up a performance worthy of the Str8 Rippin name.
Cheeky stick coming off Nemesis there. One-on-one battle going on. Troy takes another one, so Destroy going down again will be at least the grenade comes in from Spartan. Spartan going to be in a one-on-one. That's Mikwin who comes in to help him out, so two players of Str8 will fall. But you're talking about Halo 5 in the age of players. We know Halo 5 kind of has been the dominating age of the younger player. We've seen a lot of superstars that have come through the ranks. In an open event like this is where we find them. This is where we find the bread and butter and the next generation, the legends that do become champions. anyone's game here this weekend. I'm glad everyone at home is tuning in. Make sure you're tweeting that stream using the hashtag HaloWC. This is the first stop of many on the road to Seattle where $1 million will be on the line. But it's about this match now. Reciprocity, Str8 Rippin, no flag captures yet, Andy, and a fair few minutes into the game.
You just saw Spartan there with some really good trades to making sure that he takes down some players on Str8 before he falls. But like you said, Sims, this might be a surprising result for some. Here amongst the casters in the back, most of the predictions for this series are a big 3-0 from Reciprocity, maybe Str8 taking one game for a 3-1. That might be game 2 Plaza Slayer, but you know, if you're a if you're a Str8 Rippin fan here, this is looking pretty good to stay neck and neck with Reciprocity through this series, through this game so far. They're playing quite well and putting up a great fight.
Trade for trade. And just remember, guys, if you have been keeping up with Halo 5, you will know when you look at Reciprocity, that's half of the old Team Envious roster and half of Liquid. Liquid, obviously, kind of crashing out, but we saw them back in Denver. They did come second place at that event. So these guys know exactly what they're doing. Coming together now, forming this new team, trying to find a little bit of a foothold on this map, but it's very back and forth. We've seen half a pulls here and there, but still, trade for trade once again. Destroyed goes 1-on-1. Snipedown will win the battle, so he'll continue through, clear out the base once again. Straight off the respawn then. We'll see where this player goes, looking towards P2. Eyes on the prize. Mikwin's going to step back. Doesn't stand on the grenade though. If one comes forward, he could be in a lot of danger. He does step out a little bit too early and he will fall. Yeah,
Rami there was on your screen as he's going to get taken down double team, but as we go ahead and switch over now, we're back over with Snipedown here. He's going to try to get a pull, make something happen, but look at that. Nemesis right there is ready for it. Penguin, however, is ready there with Mikwin. Can they turn this into a pink 1 run?
Call and collect. The bounce will come through. He'll drop it full shield as well, so he can take a couple of bullets here and there. Opts to run around P1, but the bullets come through. He finds his target, but look at Destroyed. He's in the back of the base. Rami will drop P2. There is another player downstairs as well. Looking, it's going to be Nem, and he gets the return. That is clutch.
Yeah, Snipedown was the only player alive there for Reciprocity throughout the end of that engagement. So very good job by Str8 to neutralize 3 opponents, even though Snipedown was top mid, which was dangerous. I think we saw a camo grab on screen. By the way, note that time, 5:28. They'll be back in 2 minutes. Dastroid does get the burn, but it's a double kill here. As you see, we're going to see a run out of Reciprocity. Mikwin charging across the bottom middle.
Absolutely. Flying opposite at the quickest route, but it is a death pit, and he does die himself. Another answer back comes out of Rami. Takes a bullet, takes him down. Movement comes on the opposing side. Another Str8 Rippin return comes in. Reciprocity also get the return, so stalemate once again. 5 minutes remaining on the clock. Another desperation pull will come through, but they'll be getting the Slayers around this one. They need to drop a few more to Reciprocity, and they could move this. But I tell you what, look at this position. Once again, Str8 Rippin just back on the flag. Another return, still neck and neck. This is a lot closer than what I were expecting, to be honest with you, Brad.
Yes, it is. You got Nemesis here on your screen who's holding things down around top middle. Also, you could hear that listening to call-outs. Anytime you see a player snap like that, 90 degrees to finish a kill, you know there's great team communication coming. They heard there's a player weak. They prioritize that target, but eventually, looks like he will get collapsed on. But still, great communication. We can see that from the Str8 Rippin side.
Yeah, the call-outs are coming through. Every time we do see the one shot, they're not left just to run away. The bullets will come across the map and find his target. Musa trying to stay alive here. Snipedown with a double. He will fall. That's going to be Nemesis coming off the respawn on that car side. They're all now flooding in from the bubble. They know, but someone's really, I mean, you could see what he would just cop for it there. Mikwin on the side. He was trying to block that spawn. Double kill comes through again from Destroy. They're going to clean out this base once again. But Mikwin, he did try to stop the bubble spawn, but he wasn't there quick enough. So they came back off. Str8 Rippin flooded the base, got the return, and we're still in this standoff scenario. I mean, so it's a big question to ask, Brad, but are there any things that people aren't necessarily doing that you could be doing a little bit better? Maybe need to tighten up these spawns potentially?
Well, I tell you what, it kind of comes from both sides. In terms of what players aren't doing on both sides, it's the last player alive in a base not being able to stay alive, right? That player is constantly, their teams aren't finishing the kill on that last player alive. So when they're going for a flag run, you'll see a great death nade right on the flag stand or right outside the flag door where they're able to get that last kill. So teams need to focus on once they get 3 down, don't just start the run. That's a great time to start the run, but let's also make sure we not only kill that last player, but you have to make sure that they don't even get in a position to land shots on your flag carrier or land a grenade on your flag carrier. So far, that's been a lot of why we've seen everything stopping, but take a look at this camo play here. Looking across the screens, that's going to be Musa on your screen.
Oh, he's trying to get out, which he does, so he stays alive. Very important, as you were just speaking about it. Even more so important when you've got this active camo. Gonna push below the base. He's got 2 players in here. His teammate's there as well, but unfortunately his teammate will be flushed out. He's looking for some more support. There's Rami in there. He does at least clean him up. So working together 2-on-2, but there is a player still remaining in there. And no, oh, he's He's holding his bullets. He's standing his ground. Here comes the push. Mikwin will fall because he's got a teammate from him, but he's getting grenaded left, right, and center.
Oh, man. I tell you what, though, great plays there from Musa to try to stay alive. You had to wonder exactly when is he going to engage. He did see Mikwin pushing up on the car side, decided that was the time to start the push. At the same time, he also got challenged from a player at the bottom of the base. So unlucky timing there. You have to wonder if he waited maybe 10 more seconds. It looked like he had the time on Camo. 10 more seconds to get a full flank. Would that have panned out better? Not sure. We'll see if he plays that differently in the future engagements. Only 2 minutes left in this match here, 6.
I mean, the more pressure that you're applying to Reciprocity with, you know, his legendary players, the snipe down on there, and you've got to think that being able to go toe-to-toe to him, like Str8 Rippin like this, it's going to be giving you more confidence. You're going to be getting more confident in your shot, more confident in your map movement. They're working together. You can see 2 players here just banking up on that ramp. One player just having a quick peek across, sees Destroy running, so that call-out will come through, but the grenade's gone down. He's half shield now. They know exactly where he is. The hit markers are there. They've got the information. He's dead. Looking further afield inside this base. Spartan's trying to stay alive. I'm looking at the kill feed. It looks like he has done, and he's taken down 1 as well. There's 1. There's 2. Str8 Rippin, they have the numbers. They're going to be in the bubble spawn now. Can he get this kill? Doesn't necessarily need to. He can just apply pressure. He's throwing down the grenades, but...
Looks like a bottom run. They're looking for that bottom run, and it's not going to happen based on where their opponents are. However, on your screen, I do believe that's Dastroid with the double kill, perfect, and the killing spree from him. Still trying to make something happen in the red base.
Troy going huge right now when it matters most. Grenades there, that's an easy kill. Active camo, and the flag is on the move. Doesn't have to run this, though.
That's right, he needs to play this slow right here. Get a few kills, needs to desperately stay alive when 2 players weak. And oh my gosh, look at that, a rushed return there from Spartan and Penguin to bring the flag back. They're gonna have to slay one more time.
The question is, are they going to be in a position to actually be able to move this flag out? Because nobody's over on the car side. They're going to take it bottom mid, they're going to move it towards the camo player, but... unfortunately, there were no one there really for the support on the collection. He tried to get away, but I tell you what, a great job from Reciprocity to really answer back on there when they had a disadvantage when it comes to numbers. And once again, the camo guys just seen from across the map and they just slaughter him.
And I got to give a shout out to Penguin. You just saw a player there top base who naded the front jump, pre-naded it to see if camo was jumping up. Turns out he was, and that kill is going to get finished. So heads up play from Penguin to predict that move to top mid on that front ledge.
Snipe down, takes out Ramit, Nem onto Spartan, destroyed onto Mikwin, snipe down straight off the respawn, answers back onto Nem, but here we go, Reciprocity with a run. Look at Troy though on the opposing side. He's the bodyguard, he's the person they need to get past. I'm watching that kill feed. If they take him down, then they know they can run this through and carry on. However, Penguin has just dropped, Musa comes through, bang, 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 he's dead. Several other players are falling as well, but I like this passive play, just sit there. Troy's gonna bring the flag to them, and all of a sudden Mikwin's behind. Can he get this kill? One-on-one heads up play, who's going to be the hero?
But it's a return from Str8 there. Look, you have to wonder, was there maybe an overslay as now this flag is being run in here by Str8 from Musa.
Remember, we are actually into overtime as well, so we will carry on playing, but that's going to be ground pound town, 1-0. Str8 Rippin, they bag the first flag of this map. Game number 1, the pressure now handed to Reciprocity. Andy, 2 minutes 29. Remember, in overtime, we play out the entire time that is left remaining on the clock. So, Reciprocity, they still have a lifeline. 2 have gone down. Penguin with a double. Oh,
it could cost them.
Blunder.
We'll have to see if that flag drop costs them, but Spartan is clearing out the base, paving the way here for a Penguin ground pound in to tie the game. We'll see if they can get it. Looks like, yes, we're tied 1-1 here, and the flag caps, they came in late, Sims, but the flag caps are here to stay. 1-1 on the board, 2 minutes left to play. You have to wonder if Reciprocity is thinking that they overslayed on that flag run. They left the flag pink one and then tried to slay. Failed to do so, and it led to a counter cap. They might play this differently now, but look at Str8 Rippin right there answering back.
This is an interesting one because both flags are actually out on the opposing side as well. I like the drop. Leave it for a second and check your base. Look at this. One will fall bottom mid. He sees Spartan coming in. The call out. The perfect kill to hold the flag as well. But all of a sudden, we're into a stalemate standoff situation. On the opposing side, Reciprocity, they have the flag inside the base.
Yeah, it's going to be sniped down. You see on your screen with the flag. Now looking across where that other flag is. Looks like they're just waiting. And now Musa is going to have the flag in the other base. So just like you said, Sims, full stalemate, flag on each side. Of course, with only 1 minute left in OT, this flag cap certainly could close out this game. And that's going to be a big set of kills there from Rami.
Yeah, that's going to be numbers advantage, but they're nowhere near the opposing side of the map to actually try and make something happen. Grenade will go down, so that should find some hit markers in there, which it doesn't. So no, they actually know there's someone up in P2. More shots come in from down in P1.
Nemesis is going to have to get that flag touch or a player that's spawning here on the Str8 side. Curious as to who that's going to be and if they're going to get a flag touch in time. Looks like it's going to be a player sliding. Rami makes sure to get a touch, so we will stay netted out. A little bit of a sensitivity crisis there, perhaps, as you see on board with Rami, but Now 45 seconds left. Flags are still out. You see a little bit of offensive flag work there from Penguin on the other side, laying down shots on the pink 1 lane.
I mean, I respect it. The overextension's real. You step out, you've got a gun in your hand. Why not support your teammates? Nem comes in, but he's more than likely going to fall. You can see in the kill feed. Snap down, jumps in. He's answered back as well, so trade for trade there. One player looking around, finds the flag guy, misses the beatdown. That's the kill, but they're still going to be in the base. What's going to happen here? They're actually going to move it again. Oh my word, he's managing to stay alive, keeping them pinned back into that bubble area. 15 seconds left. This is going to be super, super close. I'm not entirely sure what they're actually going to be able to do with this one. Will he get the kill? Moose is there, comes in. Mikwin at the moment is going clutch, but the flag once again, Andy, it's been moved. And we are in a full replay for game number 1.
You don't often see a game that, with scoring that late on Truth, let alone a full replay in Truth CTF. A bit of panic there towards the end from both sides. Neither team wanting to be the first one to make that mistake towards the end of the game. We'll pull up the stats in just a second, but as you see, the score will be tied 0-0 in the series after game number 1, and what a close one it was. Perhaps even a closer match than a lot of folks at home may have expected for our game number 1 with these two teams.
I think that's the most important thing here. A lot of other teams are going to be saying, okay. In fact, before we get a little bit closer into that, let's take a look at the kills. You can see on screen there right now, I'm seeing a big number coming out of Troy. 37 and 27, some big figures. 16.3 both for him and Snipe Down. So some good kills across the board. Top in the chart, you see Moose though, fair enough. Don't take into account the minus 1.0 KDA. It's all about the objective, the flags.
And
bigger picture.
Yeah, and that certainly showed right throughout that game. As we said, a lot of people who are watching that Reciprocity roster, you might be thinking, they're taking too long for these slaves. They're dropping the flag pink 1. Anytime your flag carrier drops the flag pink 1 and goes pink 2, there needs to be someone else to run that flag. And if there's not someone there, that pink 2 player is rarely going to get the right kills to then swoop under that flag. Ultimately, it led to a counter cap, but I think we're jumping into game 2 right now. It's underway already, so let's kick off the action. Here we go now, kicking the game off with Spartan, who will fall. I
actually think this one's a replay. We'll take a quick recap of that while the players do get themselves sorted up on main stage. But just kind of talk about the you know, what happens off the back of this, Andy. A few people, Str8 Rippin specifically, will be thinking, okay, well, we can make God bleed. We can beat these guys potentially. We've already pushed them, you know, towards a tight series.
Oh, certainly.
And there's a few other teams out there thinking, oh, well, you know what, Reciprocity, they're actually, these guys are definitely beatable. And it's, you know, it's a little bit scary, but I tell you what, guys, game 2 is live. This is a full replay. Once again, I want to welcome you all to the Halo World Championship Orlando Global Open. This event is going to be wild, simply because it could be anybody's. Anybody that can turn up on the floor, play through the open bracket, they could be winning this. 20 grand and 25,000 pro points on the line. Reciprocity versus Str8 Rippin, game 2, full replay.
That's right. Now, of course, thanks to the guys in back, you got name labels as well as picture-in-picture on your screen. You see the guys here on Reciprocity right away, Penguin and crew now pushing out, going to try to make something happen, but it's actually Nemesis who does well to stay alive pink 1. So one thing we haven't seen that I think is so interesting, Sims, and telling of that scoreline in the first match, we have not seen a team with true top mid control. We have not seen a team that's lining up on top mid and choosing pink or carbine and then electing a flag run. They have been chaotic flag runs through bottom mid or through pink 1 every time, never with full control from either side.
I mean, really just quickly as well to kind of touch on this one, we talk about Spartan and Penguin being a bit of a duo. A big bad boy duo on this is Nemesis and Destroy. These are the guys that were playing a long time ago together. These are the ones that came off the Oxygen Supremacy roster. This is a cracking duo. Troy is an absolutely belting player. This entire team, to be honest with you, is a set of belting players. There's no one, I mean, fair enough, it might be a little bit of a shock that they're going head-to-head with Reciprocity, we say. But the skill's there, the natural talent's there, the players are there. First flag, it's been pulled out. Str8 Rippin, they're all over it. They're trying to make something happen. See if they can get the return on this one, but it all depends who's going to be bodyguarding this B side. To me, this could be an initial early flag. The Penguin slides in. There you have it. That's more like the Reciprocity we kind of know and love. 1-0 up in less than a few minutes.
Yeah, but a camo grab to boot. You can tell by the top left, the amount left on that camo means the camo wasn't necessarily pivotal, that flag run, but instead they also got a camo along with the flag run, which is never a good sign for Str8. Here's what I was worried about, Sims. You mentioned it perfectly at the head of this match. How is each team going to react to that game? And we were wondering, you know, is it going to be Str8 that's going to step up and realize we can beat these guys, or is it going to be Reciprocity, who now has a chance? They've kind of, you know, they've gotten all the nerves out right there. They're going to clean up the kill on Remy, but they've gotten all the nerves out. They can play this game very differently. They had 12 minutes just now to assess their opponents, and now they can maybe play this a little more tactically. That's what we're already seeing. They're running another flag here.
Look at that, straight across to Carbine. He shoots up one. He's going to drop this. Spartan's going to pick it up, and they're also chasing down the back. This is probably going to be a 2-0 because I'm guessing they're actually covering the back line on the Carbine spawn, which they are. They're already putting pressure. They're already running another one. This could be 3-0 in just less than 3 minutes. This is incredible right now. All of a sudden, Reciprocity of Wacom said, okay, we give him, you know, we've played with his prey. This is a bit of a warm-up match for us. Cheeky FFA, why the hell not? They're still running this flag. They're getting the slays. People are moving. People are dying left, right, and center. Spartan still looking for this final player. Two of them down in bottom mid. Looks like Miquin may have potentially just got a touch on that flag. However, it is out in no man's land because down bottom mid, it's a dangerous death box.
Yes, indeed. Spartan desperately tries to stay alive. I like what he did there, trying to just make sure to put damage and stay alive in the base. He's not able to, though. Take a look at this. Looks like we're going to see, I believe, a return here, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, indeed. Flag's going to go home, so we're going to see the first potential Str8 run of the match. Destroyed cannot get back onto that Eli ledge. Unfortunately, he gets taken down.
I mean, this is going to be very detrimental to you, you know, moving off the back of what you have just done now to being 2-0 down, but Miquin in the kill feed, that's going to be a double. He might be able to cap this one, depends where his teammates are. There's a second one. Grenades there, though. Will he get it in? Yes, he does. Str8 Rippin the answer back, and now they're only down by 1.
Yes, Musa, the young gun there, making sure times the ground pound perfectly. Plasma grenade almost took him down, but Reciprocity is going to grab the next camo as well. That's been at least 2. They may have gotten that first burn as well. So this is going to spell danger here. Could be a counter setup. Miquin now finally at top mid with camo. He's in a great position to just choose however he wants to engage. It's totally up to him to choose his battles, and his teammates hopefully will kind of fall around if he's making the right decision.
Yeah, he can just chill here, but he does get called out. Brilliant shots onto Musa. There will shots do come across the map as well. Snapdown goes head to toe, but unfortunately he gets dropped by Nem, so a great trade-off there between the two. Penguin trying to take top middle control. You said how important it was, and we didn't see too much of it in the previous rounds. Penguin wants to clear out this player. He does drop down to bottom mid. Snapdown in the kill feed. 1, 2, 3 players I've just seen below that red brace. So he's going to be warning his teammates. Snapdown, you've got a hell of a lot of work on your plate there, buddy. But I tell you what, he's dealing with it well because I'm seeing his name popping up in that kill feed. Penguin, though, not bothering to pull a flag. I like it. Just stay alive. Just be aggressive. But I tell you what, there's one player at P2 who has other ideas.
It's a great job for him to finish that kill. Reminds me of how Karma played. If you ever watch Karma, of course, a Halo 2 free-for-all champion, didn't drop event so long. The way that he had his head on swivel in both free-for-all and 4v4 on this map, he'd be in an engagement and immediately lock to a target all the way across the map just to finish the kill, just like we just saw from Remy on that pink too. So it's a good job from him to close out there, but still 2-1 is the scoreline.
Reload comes through, but unfortunately too late. It will cost him his life. Taking a look at Destroyed's POVs and move across the Nemesis, excuse me. Now running, as we see, Snapdown just in the base, trying to run away with this one, go bottom mid. He is bouncing it around, he is still alive. He got an easy kill there on Destroyed. And he doesn't know which way he is. Snapdown with a second, so he's dropping that. That's 3 members of Str8 Rippin dead. They're coming off the respawn. Make that 4. That could be all of them down now, Andy, potentially. They're going to run this one through. Spam picks up a double. His teammates are there. That, for me, should be GG.
This should be it. Pressure's coming from top card, but look at this. The Reciprocity side is flying in. A very different game in game number 2, or I should say a repeat of game number 1. The replay, Reciprocity comes out firing 2 early flags, and it takes them a few extra minutes, but they do close out that game with a score of 3-1. Str8 Rippin got to be upset that they couldn't close out that game number 1, because gosh, were they close. But Reciprocity makes quick work in our second instance.
That's the team that we kind of expected. That's the scoreline we kind of wanted to see from Reciprocity, and more than anything to kind of set a precedence towards the players and the teams that are looking on at them, even down in the kill feeds. That's not necessarily the biggest deficit in the world. You know, Str8 were kind of keeping up with them. They did get outslayed, but not by a massive amount. Damage done across the board, potentially more damage done actually on the opposing side of Str8 Rippin, but Reciprocity, that's probably given them kind of the fire up the ass that they kind of needed, so to speak. They needed warming up, they needed to get going, and what a great way to kind of do it. 3-1 will be the final score of game number 1. Of course, that was a repeat. Now we're moving into Plaza Slayer.
Right.
For both these teams, how do you roll into this one off the back of game number 1?
I'll tell you what, Reciprocity right now looks to me like a lot of rosters that I coached throughout, specifically Halo 3. Triggers down, we dropped game 1 at almost every tournament, I remember dropping game number 1 of the whole event and winning our first series 3-1, even though we often came into the event as the number 1 and would even win those events. For whatever reason, we were a slow team to start, and that's just how it was. And that might be the case of Reciprocity, because you saw how different they played. I mean, it's an entirely different team in game number 1. It's as if they watched that whole 12 minutes and they needed that reset point. They needed a time to huddle just for 30 seconds, 1 minute to say, okay, guys, let's focus on our priorities. We know how to play this map. We've done it so many times. And as you see on your screen, they're able to win that game 3-1. Now, going into Plaza Slayer, as you were asking, Sims, you know, if you're Str8, you have to still have that mentality that they can simply play their game and really catch the Reciprocity team off guard. However, I think Reciprocity needs to come in this game with the same confidence that they just did, right? This is simple. On the Reciprocity side, Mikwin sniped down Penguin Spartan. This is textbook stuff. They've been playing Halo 5 at such a high level for so long. As long as they don't make the mistakes that they know they need to avoid, I think that they'll be looking pretty good coming into this game.
I mean, when we're looking across at Str8 Rippin, in their mind, you know, okay, you're going to be good, you lost game 1, as any team would, but I'd still be quite happy in the fact that I kind of went toe-to-toe with Reciprocity. I kept up on the kills. You know, they pushed them back on so many. That game 1 was wild. Honestly, you know, we didn't kind of expect a replay. In fact, it's me and you with the replays. It always happens. I don't quite understand it, but nevertheless, game 2. Slayer on Plaza. First team to grab 50 kills, or the team by the end of the time running down, which has the most kills, will be the victor. We got a sniper rifle in play, and kicking things off, it's going to be Rami's POV. Can he grab this OS? Snipe down. They're all rushing across to Nest. But who's going to be the one to pick it up? Potentially looking like it's going to be a Spartan grab. And he's got a sniper rifle to boot as well. The man is a powerhouse.
We got to talk about that. Rami had the top mid ledge there. He wisely made sure that he was able to disengage and drop bottom mid if needed. However, you got to look at the Reciprocity side. They immediately swoop, even though there was presence. And look at Spartan hitting that double with the overshield in hand, looking for the third player bottom mid, unable to find, but Reciprocity off to an overshield grab, a sniper grab, and a grab of a 5-2 lead here in the first minute of the game.
Let's just make a quick mental note of this. Obviously, since the last time we were playing at a HCS event, the sniper rifle has had its ammo reduced. And that's to try and stop people just slaying over and over again and locking down big swings and keeping it pinned back. So we do have half ammo cut down. But that's not a problem for Spartan, because that's 2 for 2. Headshot for headshot, baby. This man is on point. 8-3. Another bullet comes through, misses his mark, but finds it a second time around. The airborne snapshot comes through. And while he's standing here, Andy, what does this do to the rest of the map for you know, when you're looking at Str8 Rippin when they're coming off the spawns?
Gosh, of course, as long as he has teammates, excuse me, that are pinching his opponents the right way, eventually he will fall, because they did allow that gap in yard. But as long as you have your teammates set up in a certain way where they're watching all the important angles, he's going to be able to go off. But I do have to say, I think we just saw Penguin who picked up the snipe from Spartan. Of course, a player who we know can do such damage with that weapon as well, able to hit a quick scope and finish. And more kills from him as well. Penguin picks up 2, so it's going to be 14-9 in favor of Reciprocity. So once again, I think we're just seeing Reciprocity play their game here. Spartan eventually will fall, but still have a 4-kill lead, and really they're just waiting for this next overshield.
They are getting a little bit of groundwork on here. Mikwin, unfortunately, will. In fact, I'm going to see if it lands on a grenade, but he completely jumps across it. Gets the kill on that. It's fantastic, isn't it? But he's locking on to where these players are. He knows one's coming up driveway. He knows one's down the end of LR. Spartan going to get his shield back, looking around the corner. New combo comes out. Green gun, easy kill for him. There comes the back whack. Checking the points, because they know they're all going to be aware of this next OS, because it's such a big momentum swing.
It has been grabbed. Destroy did grab the overshield. It's already been halved, though, by grenades and shots. It's actually almost off all the way. Destroyed's overshield. He has a little bit left, and he can try to make something happen in Cafe. 14-8. They're down by 4. That overshield grab's important, though. The green gun will take it off entirely, so it's still a good job from Reciprocity to shut down any type of push with that overshield.
2 versus 1, they can make this work. However, his teammate is taken away from him, which is a little bit unfortunate. 21-14, current scoreline. It's really, it's ramping up.
That's 4 unanswered kills right there. You saw it went from 18 to 14 to 22 to 14 in a matter of seconds. So Reciprocity not letting up whatsoever. 4 unanswered kills in a Slayer, of course, very hard to come back to, especially when you're already down in the game.
Green gun tags up one, but unfortunately his body will hit the floor before he can finish that one off. We see down Destroyed in the kill feed. The little light from the end of the sniper rifle is looking his way, so Destroyed needs to move away from this one, otherwise they are just going to dogpile him. Looking up at top gold, skims his head, just gives him a haircut really quickly. Bullets in the chamber, looking again. Pre-fire, pre-scope comes in, looking down LR, trying to tag someone up. Get a free kill, misses that one. That's a player flashing with no shield whatsoever, but it all comes down to where his teammates are. Can he land these shots? At the moment, he's wasting this ammo. It's a little bit unfortunate. Finally finds one, tags the headshot. There's the second as well. Destroyed turns 2. Slowly but surely, they may be able to drag these kills back.
Exactly, Sam. It's plays like that where they're able to slowly get back in the game, or what's going to be the difference between if they get blown out here or if they're able to stay neck and neck until this next overshield drops, which will be very shortly, about 20 seconds.
So my only question is he better now to kind of rotate to where his teammates are? Because at the moment, he's running into Reciprocity.
Right.
They kill him. They now have the sniper rifle control. He could potentially have run across to Cafe and sat with his teammates. Sniped down, picking up a double. Speaking of Cafe, easy kills for him. Finds a triple potentially. Nope, just going to sneak away from him. But if he gets this kill, it doesn't matter whatsoever because they're just going to carry on banking this one up. 33-22. Reciprocity finally coming alive. You can see down in the kill feed, Spartan's got one. Penguin's got a sniper rifle as well. And all of a sudden, Sparty, he's got the green on his back.
That's right. Overshield in hand, 35-23, a 12-kill lead now. Reciprocity continuing. Make sure he doesn't get back though. Heads up play from Spartan to make sure he doesn't get nicked.
No!
And the help comes as well. Look at that, Spartan coming alive. Starting to yell. That's the first time. He's been cool, calm, and collected almost the whole game, but now we see him getting excited as they extend their lead even further.
Str8 Rippin just get deleted from the server. They are dropping all over. Reciprocity are opening up in full swing. As I say that, to be fair, Str8 have just bagged themselves a couple of kills. It's not over yet. Anything can happen in Halo 5, and they have 7 minutes to play with to get this job done and do what they need to do. Destroy's going to run away with his life, use the Spartan charge to his best of his ability so he can get out of the way at least.
Look at now Musa coming over to his POV. They're down by quite a bit, 40-28. Next overshield isn't about for at least another minute or thereabout, so they're going to have to make sure they don't get any pushed once again. They've had 4 dead several times in this game so far. But looks like more unanswered kills from the Reciprocity side. Only 7 left before they close this out.
Yeah, I'm just looking at that kill feed, and it's just REC, REC. And this could be another potential DED. There's another Str8 Rippin body, hits the floor, hits the tarmac. This is going to be GG. They only need 5 more kills. They've got 6 minutes to do it and play with their prey, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Looking for the green gun. Tap, tap, tap. Spartan, unfortunately, he will get the charge as he comes flying around the corner, but a ground pound comes in. Eric Rona answers back onto Nemesis. Top gold will get shut down potentially by Rami, at least allow him to push him back. Musa, however, with a double kill down in the feed. Destroy just sees a boatload of red people appear, but this is the man who needs to do something now, Andy. He's got to find these faces, he's got to find these players.
He's also got to make sure his team's getting this overshield. I don't think they have the best position right now. They do have a few angles from Cafe, though, so we'll see exactly where this OS falls. Looks like no grabs just yet. No, excuse me, Penguin did grab that overshield, if I'm not mistaken. He does have it in hand. This should be it as they're coming in, collapsing. Reciprocity, despite not having sniper control or Cafe control, they now have the sniper and the overshield, and only 2 kills left, exercising their dominance over this map.
This could be a very easy one for them. They're just going to wander around and just chill, wait until they get these easy kills. There's no point in giving him away. Penguin finds one. Ground pound town comes through. It's a 2-on-1 scenario. Victory comes through. Reciprocity answer back in full force, and they absolutely dominate in a cracking fashion for Game 2. Plaza TS. That's a bit of a statement.
Yes, indeed. Look at that. Smiles across the board on the Reciprocity side. And I mean it. Anyone who watched that, even the beginning of the game, when Spartan had that sniper rifle in hand, taking a look at the stats here before we move on. Looks like great numbers there from Snipe Down and Spartan. 15-8 and 15-7 respectively. But looking at Spartan at the beginning of the game, when he had that sniper rifle in hand, he was fierce. He was barely even talking because his team was set up so well, right? Just hitting those shots. But you see towards the end of the game, he got pretty excited there. And that's the Spartan that we want to see on main stage. He's getting loud, he's getting excited, fires his team up. They win game number 2, 50-34.
I mean, it's quite when you think about it, when you've got Eric Rona and Spartan side by side on the same team, the levels of hype and noise that are going to be coming off of that roster.
And
it's
also,
scary.
I have to say also the levels of composure that those 2 players can also have, right? They have such great yin and yangs even individually. Not only do they balance each other out, but when the play needs to be slow and they need to be tactical and hearing every single bit of small talk, Spartan and Snipetown can both slow things down. But when they're going on terrors, hitting no-scopes, hitting ground pounds, you're going to see them get excited and get lit up. So best of both worlds for both players.
Well. Str8 Rippin, of course, this is a best of 5. So we are in pool play, remember. Str8 Rippin, they need to pull the reverse sweep if they want to claim victory in this best of 5. We're moving into Eden Strongholds. Take a look down in Group D. Game number 1 was a replay. Reciprocity 3-1 on the initial true CTF, and then we just saw them absolutely slapping faces in Game 2, which was Plaza TS. Now, Andy, it's Strongholds on Eden. Give me your thoughts. How does Str8 Rippin get back into this one?
I think Str8 needs to play really aggressive off of every single break. They need to make sure they're not getting trapped in their bases. If they can do so, they might be able to get some sneaky points on the board, but it's a great open from Reciprocity to get that burn bottom mid. But those of you who saw just during the break, you'll notice a familiar face there. I don't think we had mentioned it just yet in this series, of course. Ogre 2, Halo legend, one of the winningest players, if not the winningest player of all time, I believe. Behind them on the Reciprocity side, coaching them in each of these games. You can bet he'll be doing his job to help them make a difference in this tournament, potentially take them all the way. Going to be exciting to see Ogre 2 coaching this squad throughout all of the Halo World Championship.
I mean, there's a reason that he's called the GOAT, the greatest of all time. And that's simply because he is the greatest of all time. And as you said, just the 5th man, that's the perfect addition to this Reciprocity roster as they are looking to try and take down Optic Gaming, steal that 3rd title away from them. They are, of course, the back-to-back Halo World Championships. Now, West Spartan is here with this light rifle. The light rifle itself is an absolutely banging gun, but he's just been such a turret here on Str8 Rippin.
We just saw him hit 2 shots into almost, I think it was at least 3, if not 4 players on the other side. When you have a player pinging you with a light rifle, 2 shots apiece, you see a little bit of disrespect there. But when you have a player pinging you with a light rifle, 2 shots each, there's almost no way to push out of that. Miracles have to happen in order to push out of your base if you're getting dinged from a light rifle that consistently from a player like Spartan.
So 2 players will fall. Wow. Honestly, Penguin just sitting up there with that BR has been a complete nightmare here for Str8 Rippin. They're going to try and pull Blue Bend and rush round so you can see all the players just kind of pushing out. But I mean, this is disgusting. Every time Str8 try and just do something, it's shut down.
Penguin Spartan bait and switch there. When you're hanging out in Turbine, the one thing you don't want is Spartan and Penguin coming around the corner to bait and switch, put 2 shots apiece into you and finish out. So look at this now, 24-1, but Str8 Rippin starts to put some points on the board here. Reciprocity need to answer back.
Well, they're at least not going to get goose, so there's that, to be honest. Rocket launcher has just popped, and it looks like potentially Str8 Rippin may have that weapon in the back pocket. Snipetown putting the pressure on. If Moose can get up here and actually stop Snipetown from getting this, it's going to be huge. Fire your rocket, man! No! No, that's not good.
We're going to take a look at where those went. Oh my gosh, here we have Camo versus Overshield. The ultimate battle of power-up. Spartan might drop, but looks like going to wait and now going to melee, and the rocket comes in from Nemesis. Spartan with a great job there. He will maintain control of his power-up. Very good chance those rockets were out. So we'll have to see if he goes looking for them, trying to find one. Looks like no. Instead, he'll go with the light rifle, which, to be honest, in Spartan's hands is probably even more dangerous at this point.
Yeah, it's such a disgusting weapon. I mean, you scope in with that, it's a 4-shot kill. It's so deadly if you land all the headshots. Rotating. Oh, this is. Oh no! Don't let it happen. Don't be that man.
You know, Spartan didn't want to engage there, right? He was gonna back down from the 3 players that were coming from outside. He saw the 4th player, decided to land shots, being forced into an engagement. However, to stay alive there, sure, his camo's gone, but to stay alive there and be able to regroup with his team is big. However, Destroyed winning a big 1v1 close quarters combat battle against Spartan to get rid of his light rifle momentarily.
I think it's really worth noting. Look at the scoreline now. Str8 Rippin, they are well and truly back in this. They are not down by any means. Grenade goes down, belting grenade as well, but what a trade. All of a sudden, Nem does jump in. They will get that, and all of a sudden, total control, Andy. It comes into effect.
Yes, indeed. You saw Musa get loud there. Excited about that. Like you said, a big trade up on top. Catwalk there. 34-26. Str8 Rippin has answered back. Keep in mind, this game was around 17-0 when Str8 started scoring. So they have came back in this game with a force. If they keep up this pressure, they might not need to do anything special, Sims. They may not need to even play a certain way to catch Reciprocity off guard, which is a lot of what I've seen people saying. They need to catch catch them off guard with speed or early aggression. They could simply outplay them here. Str8 Rippin is a quality roster. That might be a bit younger here, but still they know how to put points on the board. But just as we say that, we're essentially tied up here, 35-35.
This is all going to go really, really fast and really wild because Rockies have just popped in about 5 seconds time, both the Camo and OS. In fact, it's up right now, so this is about to drop. Here we go, Rockets and OS in the hands of Destroyed. Camo's also up. I'm intrigued to see who, in fact, it's Musa.
Oh my God.
So all of a sudden, Str8 Rippin have just become a complete different animal. They have all 3 power weapons in hand.
Look at this, just like you said, everything in hand, but nades are coming in from Blue Ben, so he needs to stay alive up here, Destroyed does, but they're gonna start scoring again. Looks like a little bit late scoring there from Str8 Rippin, right? They did get the camo, the overshield, and the rocks. However, they didn't start scoring right until around the end of that sequence. That rocket doesn't hit either. However, here they go. They're gonna tie the game up once again. Musa still trying to be effective with this camo and take out opponents.
Which he does. It's like one. Look in his eyes now onto Blue Bend, but he needs some teamwork. He needs a friend here. If he steps into Blue Bend, they're going to be rushing from blue straight away. They're going to be coming down upon him with holy hell fire. Looking at the bridge, that's going to be Miquin. Tags him up and does some damage. I'm still aware of anyone that could potentially... In fact, no one's in there.
Yeah,
he's got away with this.
Surprised to see no one in blue, and very surprising to see him engaging a player, Miquin, there on the catwalk. He'll eventually get neutralized, but Str8 Rippin still in the lead now here by 10 points. Looks like Reciprocity desperately trying to get control of Blue Ben. Penguin's going to fly in, wait for help to come.
Grenades go down, so they'll at least block the sneaky push. He will challenge out, but there's one back Rockies as well. He's got to be careful. Turns a corner. That player's no idea where he is. All of a sudden, the shields are back, Andy, so he can challenge this opponent. Goes in, but again, look at the teamwork here. Continuously from Reciprocity. This is the big foul! No! No, no, no! Don't do him like that. That's cruel! That was a huge kill.
And another one from Penguin. Plays like this from Penguin are what is going to shut down the Str8 Rippin aggression. They're leading here by 20 points. However, Penguin, single-handedly ripping apart the Str8 roster. If he keeps that up, that's going to be Str8's downfall. They cannot let one player take down 3 players just like that. As we just saw, they need to get it together. Penguin playing that so well. As soon as he started to back up against the strongholds, I'm thinking to myself, he's about to do this. He's about to turn. Str8 Rippin, though, does get another rocket and overshield. Rami here in Turbine.
But he's the only one left for his team. Look at that kill feed. All of his teammates are dead. They're all going to be spawning inside blue, so it all depends. I mean, I tell you what, Miquin, I think that was with the shots then, has completely annihilated that OS from his back, but he's still got rockets.
And look at this. Reciprocity with total control for a second. Camo in hand as well. They're turning this game around. Man, what a fantastic game number 3 of Eden Strongholds. Back and forth, neck and neck here in this game. 65-60 in favor of Str8.
Big, big kill, though, from Str8 Rippin. They eliminate Penguin. That's the camo gone. He was trying to look towards top mid, but he's dead. Rami will be just hanging around here. Gonna just pause for a second, make sure Blue Ben stays there. No. Oh, that's...
The Spartan who flew by. You don't even... I wonder if he was trying to bait a rocket. He might have just been trying to fly across Blue Ben as fast as he could, but Rami single-handedly taking down Snipetown. Fantastic shots from him. Surprised that Spartan didn't come back to give help. Must have had other priorities in blue. But 74-60, this one's getting close to the end here, Sims.
Oh, I think, did he?
Musa.
Yeah, he actually went, he thrusted in front, unfortunately, so that's going to be an easy kill there as the Ninja kind of just come through. Miquin looking towards Blue Bend. They need to get a hold of this really, really quickly because Str8 Rippin are about to hit 80.
That's it. I'd love to see a little bit of Str8 Rippin POVs here to see exactly what they're doing. 81-60 is the game right now as we're back on board with Musa. They will start to lose some points around the board, but if they can regroup on catwalk here, they might be able to push out. And yes, indeed, they're going to be able to get these 2 and now push Blue Bend as well. They do lose Cat immediately, though, so still back and forth. Str8 Rippin has not won this yet. They have a lot of work to do. Oh,
the big rush came through. I mean, it was a great effort, but 1, 2, 3 members of Reciprocity, they just swept all over Blue Bend and kept the control for themselves. Nemesis blows the barrels. He's going to have rocket control once they're dropped. Looking towards Blue Bend again. Grenades will go down. He spots a player just up on snipe. No kill will come through from the barrels, which is fine. Light rifle, 2 rockets. Remember again, the ammunition in the rockets has been cut down to only 2. Miquin falls. I actually thought that was a player then, but it wasn't. It was just his dead body. He's only got 1 in the chamber. He's going to fire off to stop anybody advancing towards that OS.
It's a great, great pre-rocket, making sure no one's creeping from bottom middle. Heads up play here from Destroyed. He also puts on some great light rifle shots top middle, so doing as much as he can for his team as they're about to cross the 90-point mark, potentially steal this game off of Reciprocity. 10 points to go.
I'll tell you what, Kicking off MLG like this, you wouldn't want it any other way. HCS Orlando is going to be lit, guys. We're expecting action like this all weekend long. They now only need 6 more points to claim victory in game number 3 and stop the 3-0. But
that's right.
Reciprocity's got other ideas, Andy.
If there's one thing we know, it's that this game is not over. At Stronghold on any map, especially Eden, and with a team like Reciprocity can come down to the wire. What Str8 needs to do here is not panic, but it's not going to be easy. Look at Penguin playing this sneaky. He's going to get the back whack right away, taking his time, and this is going to be dangerous. They're crossing the 80-point mark now. This could be close towards the end, Sims.
Passive plays, he'll jump over one. There's another one as well. Will he get the kill? Oh, he's going to find it. He does at least find one, but I tell you what, they're all staying alive. They're going to be hiding on the stairs there of Blue Bend. There's 2 of them, so they can tank this back up and they can continue with the points.
Yeah, but Rami doing as much as he can there. Unfortunately, not getting the back whack he looked for on the second set of engagements. Might have been able to turn 2 if he did. Look at the points on the board. It's about to be 99 for Str8 Rippin, but no! It's a stop there from Reciprocity. Game will go on.
Stolen right out of their hands. Reciprocity, they have control of both. Catwalk slowly getting transferred away. This could be Str8 Rippin's time to claim victory in this one. They cross the 90-point mark. They answer it back, though. Triple cap goes into effect all for a second, which allows Reciprocity to continue with the points.
Now looking it down, that is 2 dead for the Str8 side, so this is certainly a chance for them to continue at Reciprocity. Spartan with a triple. That's almost going to certainly seal the deal.
No, no, no. Spartan, the dog, comes in with a triple when it matters most, and the comeback is real. There you have it, Reciprocity, 3-1. Excuse me, wow, 3-0. Excuse me.
Look at that, Spartan finally jumping up, yelling across the stage. Like I said, Spartan saves those emotional moments for when they matter most. Cool, calm, and collected through the whole game. Then towards the end, picks up perhaps the most important set of kills throughout the entire series. They win that one 3-0. They're going to go ahead and exchange handshakes with the other side of the stage. Str8, of course, putting up a great fight and a great show for our first match here at HaloWC Orlando. But Reciprocity will close that out, as you said, with a score of 3-0. And what a thrilling finish it was. Taking a look here at the stats from Eden Strongholds.
I'll tell you what, Pingu